The rain hammered against the windows, a relentless symphony that seemed to echo the turmoil within me. Each drop was a reminder of the storm raging in my heart, a storm of fear and helplessness, a furious counterpoint to the quiet sobs that racked my body. My tears fell silently, mingling with the rain, as I sat in the dimly lit room, feeling utterly powerless. My daughter Lily burned with fever, her small hand clutching mine with a fierceness that mirrored her pain. Her once bright eyes were now dull, and her breaths came in shallow, labored gasps. Doctors, with their stethoscopes and concerned frowns, offered no solace, their diagnoses as elusive as a cure. Each visit brought more questions than answers, and their words, though well-meaning, felt hollow. Days bled into nights, each hour an agonizing echo of the last. Time lost its meaning as I watched the clock, hoping for a miracle that never seemed to come. Desperate, I finally caved to my eccentric neighbor's insistence. She had been persistent, her eyes filled with a strange certainty that both intrigued and unnerved me. Mrs. Petrov, with her knowing eyes and the scent of lavender always clinging to her shawl, was a firm believer in the power of homeopathy. She spoke of energies and vibrations, concepts that seemed foreign and almost mystical to me. "Energy," she'd whispered, pressing a tiny vial into my hand, her voice filled with an almost reverent conviction. "It's all about energy, dear," she said, her words lingering in the air like a promise. "It's all about energy, dear." Her words echoed in my mind as I stared at the vial, my skepticism warring with the desperate hope that maybe, just maybe, she was right. Skepticism warred with fear as I administered the tasteless drops. That night, something shifted. I watched Lily intently. Every breath she took a testament to my hope and fear intertwined. Lily's fever broke, her breathing eased, and a peaceful sleep claimed her. It was as if a weight had been lifted, and for the first time in days, I allowed myself to breathe. The storm outside abated, replaced by a silence so profound it felt sacred. The house, once filled with the sounds of suffering, was now a sanctuary of peace. Was it coincidence? Or was there something more, something beyond the realm of conventional understanding, at play? I stood by the window, lost in thought, as the night sky seemed to hold secrets I could not fathom. That night, the seeds of doubt were sown in the fertile ground of my despair. I began to question everything I thought I knew, my mind a whirlwind of possibilities and uncertainties. The experience, though impossible to quantify or explain, left an indelible mark. It was a moment that defied logic, yet felt undeniably real, a paradox that I struggled to reconcile. It whispered of a world where healing transcended the limitations of pills and potions, venturing into the realm of energy and intention. A world where the unseen forces of the universe played a role in our well-being, a concept both terrifying and exhilarating. Lily's recovery sparked a quest for understanding. It was as if her journey had opened a door to a world of ancient knowledge, waiting to be rediscovered. I felt compelled to dive deeper, to uncover the roots of these healing practices that had seemingly worked wonders for her. I delved into the history of homeopathy, discovering its roots in ancient healing traditions. These traditions, often passed down through generations, held secrets that modern science was only beginning to understand. The more I read, the more I realized that homeopathy was not just a modern invention, but a continuation of a long lineage of healing wisdom. From the Ayurveda of India to the shamanic practices of indigenous cultures, the concept of a vital life force, an invisible energy that animates and heals, resonated across continents and centuries. This life force, known by many names, prana, chi, spirit, was a common thread that connected diverse healing practices. It was fascinating to see how different cultures, separated by vast distances and time, had arrived at similar understandings of health and healing. I learned of the law of similars, the foundational principle of homeopathy, which states that a substance that can cause symptoms in a healthy person can, in diluted form, cure similar symptoms in a sick person. This principle, though seemingly paradoxical, was rooted in the idea that the body could be stimulated to heal itself. The more I explored, the more I found that this concept was not unique to homeopathy, but was echoed in various traditional healing systems. Could water, the primary carrier of homeopathic remedies, truly retain the energetic imprint of substances, their essence transferred through a process of succussion or vigorous shaking? This idea, though controversial, had a certain poetic resonance. Water, the source of life, holding within it the memory of healing substances, seemed almost magical. It was a concept that challenged conventional scientific understanding, but was deeply rooted in the philosophy of homeopathy. The more I read, the more I encountered accounts of seemingly miraculous cures attributed to homeopathy. These stories, often told with a sense of wonder and gratitude, painted a picture of a healing system that had the potential to transform lives. They spoke of chronic ailments vanishing, emotional wounds finding solace, and individuals experiencing a profound sense of well-being after treatment. Chronic ailments vanishing, emotional wounds finding solace, and individuals reporting a profound sense of well-being after treatment. These transformations were not just physical, but often emotional and spiritual, suggesting that homeopathy touched on deeper aspects of human health. It was as if the remedies were not just treating symptoms, but were addressing the very essence of the person. These stories, often dismissed as anecdotal or placebo effect, held a certain power, a collective whisper that hinted at a deeper truth. They suggested that there was more to healing than what could be measured and quantified. They spoke of a holistic approach to health that considered the mind, body, and spirit as interconnected and inseparable. In these whispers, I found echoes of ancient wisdom, a reminder that sometimes the answers we seek lie in the knowledge of the past. My exploration led me to the work of pioneers like Dr. Wilhelm Reich, who proposed the existence of orgone, a universal life energy. Reich's theories were revolutionary, suggesting that this energy permeated all living things and could be harnessed for healing and personal growth. His experiments, though controversial, opened a doorway to understanding the unseen forces that might influence our health and well-being. Reich's work was not just about scientific inquiry, it was a quest to bridge the gap between the tangible and the intangible, the physical and the metaphysical. And then there was Dr. Masaru Emoto, whose groundbreaking photographs of water crystals demonstrated the impact of thoughts and intentions on their structure. Emoto's work suggested that water, a fundamental element of life, could respond to human emotions and consciousness. His experiments involved exposing water to different words, music, and even prayers, then freezing the water and examining the resulting crystals under a microscope. The beautiful, intricate patterns that emerged from positive stimuli contrasted sharply with the chaotic, disordered shapes from negative influences. This visual evidence hinted at a profound connection between our inner states and the physical world around us. Could it be that homeopathic remedies, diluted beyond the point of containing a single molecule of the original substance, worked by influencing this subtle energy field, prompting the body's innate healing mechanisms to activate? Homeopathy, often dismissed by mainstream science, might operate on principles that we are only beginning to understand. The idea that water could retain a memory of substances it once contained, and that this memory could trigger healing responses, challenges our conventional notions of chemistry and biology. It invites us to consider the possibility that there are layers of reality and of healing that lie beyond the reach of our current scientific instruments. Quantum physics, with its mind-bending concepts of entanglement and non-locality, provided further food for thought. The idea that particles could be interconnected across vast distances, influencing each other instantaneously, was both fascinating and perplexing. This phenomenon, known as quantum entanglement, suggested that the universe was far more interconnected than we had ever imagined. It raised questions about the nature of reality itself, and whether our thoughts, emotions, and intentions could have a tangible impact on our physical reality, on our very selves. If the fabric of the universe was woven with such intricate connections, then perhaps our own consciousness played a more significant role in shaping our experiences than we realized. If particles could be interconnected across vast distances, influencing each other instantaneously, was it such a stretch to imagine that our thoughts, emotions, and intentions could have a tangible impact on our physical reality, on our very selves? This line of thinking led me to explore the potential of the human mind and spirit in influencing health and disease. Could meditation, prayer, and positive thinking actually bring about physical changes in the body? The evidence, though still emerging, was compelling. Stories of spontaneous remissions, miraculous recoveries, and the power of belief hinted at a deeper, more profound connection between mind and body. As I ventured deeper into the world of energy medicine, I encountered concepts like acupuncture meridians, the human biofield, and the interconnectedness of all living things. Acupuncture, an ancient practice rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, posited that energy, or qi, flowed through specific pathways in the body. By stimulating these meridians with needles, practitioners aim to restore balance and promote healing. The human biofield, an aura of energy surrounding the body, was another intriguing concept. It suggested that our physical health was intimately linked to the state of our energy field, and that disruptions in this field could manifest as illness. Ideas that had once seemed esoteric began to weave themselves into a tapestry of understanding. The more I learned, the more I realized that ancient wisdom and modern science were not so different after all. They were two sides of the same coin, each offering valuable insights into the nature of reality and the human experience. The mystical and the scientific were not mutually exclusive. They were complementary, each enriching the other. The lines between science and spirituality blurred, and the universe, once perceived as a vast, indifferent void, revealed itself as a symphony of interconnected energy, a dance of particles and possibilities. This new perspective was both humbling and exhilarating. It opened my mind to the infinite potential of human consciousness and the profound mysteries of existence. The journey of discovery was far from over, but each step brought me closer to understanding the intricate web of life and the boundless energy that connects us all. Indeed, I invite you to also watch the video Homeopathy and Spirituality, a Holistic Journey. The link is in the first pinned comment. If you want to contribute to the channel, buy Amazon products using the link in the first pinned comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the Professors of Time channel and leave your like and suggestion in the comments for the next videos, and see you next time.